In the floating city of Aetheria, cherry blossoms never faded, and the streets were always filled with music and laughter. That was until the council, led by the tyrannical Lord Regent, outlawed all art and emotion. But one young street artist named Ren refused to stop creating. Using his special ability to bring his drawings to life, he painted murals all over the city, sparking hope in its citizens and drawing the attention of the council's elite enforcers, the Umbra. Meanwhile, a mysterious mute girl named Yuki communicated with others by sending origami birds fluttering through the air. One day, she sent a folded crane to Ren, inviting him to meet her. And as their eyes met, sparks flew. But before they could get to know each other, the Umbra arrived, forcing them to flee into the forest outside the city. There, deep in the mountains, lived an old hermit who taught Yuki the art of combat, honing her skills with knives and preparing her for the fight ahead. She revealed to Ren that she was the true heir to the council. But when her father, the former leader, was overthrown, she was cursed and stripped of her voice. All she had left was her will to fight and an army of origami birds. Ren, touched by her story, promised to help her reclaim her birthright and defeat the council. So they returned to Aetheria, where they rallied the people, inspiring them to fight back against the oppressive regime. Together, Ren and Yuki led the rebellion, dodging the Umbra and spreading messages of hope through their art. They created gigantic, colorful murals, each one more spectacular than the last, which ignited the city's long-dormant creativity. People were emboldened to sing, dance, and even perform aerial acrobatics in the streets. But the council retaliated by sending in their most powerful enforcers, the Iron Ravens, gigantic robotic birds that sprayed the city with water, attempting to erase the murals and dampen the spirits of the people. Ren refused to let them destroy everything he and Yuki had worked for. So as the Iron Ravens approached, he drew a massive phoenix, which soared into the sky and battled the robotic birds. The sight of the majestic creature gave the people hope to keep creating despite the danger. As the final Iron Raven came in for the kill, Ren poured all his energy into the phoenix, causing it to grow larger and stronger. Meanwhile, Yuki knew this was her chance. She folded 1,000 paper cranes, each one representing a wish for freedom, and launched them into the air. The cranes flew toward the Iron Raven, distracting it long enough for the phoenix to burn away its metallic wings, crashing it to the ground below. With the council's enforcers defeated, Ren and Yuki confronted the Lord Regent in his grand palace. He taunted them, revealing that he had anticipated their attack and had already prepared a way to stop Ren's creations. With a wave of his hand, he activated a series of glyphs that spread throughout the city, draining the color from the murals and extinguishing the flames of the phoenix. Defeated and heartbroken, Ren and Yuki collapsed to their knees. Just then, a single tear escaped Yuki's eye, a tear that held the sorrow of her people and the love she had for Ren. It hit the ground and began to glow, spreading color and life to everything it touched. Startled by this sudden surge of energy, the Lord Regent stumbled back, giving Yuki the opening she needed. She shouted, her voice echoing through the palace, "I love this world." The sound broke the curse, returning her voice and granting her control over the very essence of creation. With a wave of her hand, she banished the Lord Regent and his followers, restoring color to the city and healing the wounds of the past. Ren awoke to the sound of singing birds and the smell of fresh pastries. Looking around, he saw that the city was even more beautiful than before. But something was missing. As he walked through the streets, he noticed a new mural had been painted on the side of a building. It was a picture of him and Yuki, who was smiling up at him, her hair flowing around her like a waterfall. And he could have sworn he saw wings sprouting from his back made of pure paint. Then he heard a familiar laugh and turned to see Yuki running toward him, a mischievous grin on her face and a tiny origami crane in her hand. And as they embraced, he knew that their adventure was just beginning.